going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 23 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we're going to be going over the best cornerbacks you can be using right now in MUT and the best abilities to go along with them. Now, if you guys enjoy this video, if you like it, if it helps you out, make sure to go ahead and click that thumbs up button. Shows a lot of support on the channel, helps the videos get noticed. Also, if you're brand new here, you were searching around YouTube for MUT 23 content, or maybe the video is recommended to you, stay a while, click that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on as well so you guys are alerted when we drop additional videos. Let's get right on into it. So we're going to start with the best abilities that you should be using on cornerbacks. Of course, we're using MUT.gg. You can get to this site by going to MUT.gg/abilities. They have a very nice tier list where they rank all of the best abilities from the top down to the bottom. So we're going to keep it simple with cornerbacks specifically. If you play a man coverage scheme, we're going to go over those abilities, zone for some other ones, and then some global abilities you can be using for any type of player. So when it comes to man coverage, definitely inside shade is the go-to ability. With this ability, defenders are going to generally react much faster to receiver cut moves when in man coverage and inside the numbers. The only thing with this ability is it's a bit expensive and there are no players that get it at a discounted rate. So when you scroll down here and take a look at like cornerbacks with man-to-man, it's 4 AP, slot CBs are 4 AP, zone CBs and safeties are 5 AP. So it's a very good ability, but it's so expensive that I would probably stay away from it, but it definitely performs well on the field. The other abilities you can use when it comes to man coverage are going to be the deep route KO, medium route KO, and short route KO. So they all essentially do the same thing. It's just different based on the route that your opponent is running. So with deep route KO, defenders with this ability force more catch knockouts and tackle knockouts in man-to-man coverage versus deep routes, which are going to be 20 plus yards across the line of scrimmage. You can see that Deion Sanders gets it for 1 AP. We got a few safeties in there. Tracy Porter, Jalen Ramsey, Jeff Okudah, all get it for 2 AP. The name of the game this year is looking for players who get the good abilities at a discount. So if you need to build your scheme around that, it's certainly understandable. So there's the deep route KO. Medium route KO, like I said, is going to be the same thing. Same with short. The numbers on the from starting the line of scrimmage is where it matters. So short route KO is going to be 10 yards, and then medium route KO, which I can't find, or at least it's escaping my eyes. There it is. Medium route KO is going to be from 10 to 20. So again, short is 10 and under, medium route KO is 10 to 20, and deep route KO is going to be 20 and over. Now, when it comes to a zone scheme, it's pretty simple. You're just going to do the deep out zone KO, mid out zone KO, and then short route KO for a zone scheme. So here is the deep out. Defenders with this ability are able to force more catch knockouts and react quicker in deep zone coverage, 20 plus yards from the line of scrimmage and outside of the hash marks. This is also a really good ability to kind of counter the deep out elite ability that a lot of people are using on their wide receivers, especially the taller receivers. So there is the deep out. I know the short one is somewhere. I remember seeing it when I prepped the video. Oh, flat zone KO. There it is. So it's the same thing, but it's 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. And then one more time, just like the mid on the man coverage, the mid on the zone is going to be 10 to 20 yards. Now, some global abilities that you can use, whether you run a man coverage or a zone coverage scheme, are going to be tip drill and pick artist. And pick artist is definitely catching on a lot of steam right now from the pro players. I know if you guys are familiar with Dub.W, who is a pretty good Madden player, a pretty good pro player, obviously. He's running 6 different pick artists on the field. So defenders with this ability have a higher chance to catch uncontested interceptions, and they have unlimited stamina on the return. So the main reason, and if you read the advice from Huddle.gg, they will echo this fact, the main reason people are using this is because the schemes are pretty brain dead at this point, right? You're just throwing it up, high pointing, aggressive catching with the taller receivers in the game. And when you are able to knock the ball out, if you don't have pick artists equipped or tip drill equipped, your defender is basically dropping the ball, and it's just stupid. The game shouldn't need an ability to catch an easy interception, but unfortunately, that's what we have to do. So I will tell you from personal experience, just today before recording this video, I equipped pick artists on Derwin James, and he got 3 interceptions in a 2-game span, 2 of them in one game and 1 in another. and the pick artist ability lit up just on a routine, like not even a tip play, like he just jumped up and snagged it. So I don't know if it helps all the time with interceptions. The description says uncontested interceptions. I mean, he certainly was contesting one with an offender or offensive player right there. So I really like the ability, and there's a lot of great cards, a lot of really good corners, safeties out there that can get it discounted for 1 AP. I mean, look how long we're going down the list here, and you're seeing guys that get it for 1 AP. So pick artist is really good. If you can't get it for 1 AP, you're going to want to take a look at tip drill, which there are some players. We're going to talk about Stephon Gilmore on our top 5 list, who gets it for 0 AP. So if you have that card, make sure you equip it. But tip drill is basically, increased chance to catch passes that have been tipped into the air. Pretty similar. Pick artist is going to be better than tip drill. Tip drill is just kind of a cheaper route there, and you're going to see on a lot of the secondary, man-to-man corner, slot corner, zone corners, it's going to be 1 AP. So if you're stuck and you got 1 AP left on defense and you don't know what to use it on, you can go ahead and use it on tip drill for one of your cornerbacks. Now, before we get into our top 5, let's go over some budget options for all of you. These are going to be cards 150,000 coins and under. Typically, when we do these videos, we go 100K and under, but cornerback is such an important position on your MUT team. You're going to have to adjust that budget just a little bit, but we got 3 really good cards under that budget. The first one's going to be Champ Bailey, 6 foot even, 90 speed, 91 agility. He gives you 86 zone, which is very low, so you're really going to want to be using this card if you're a man coverage scheme with the 90 man coverage. His press is also very low. When this card first came out, I didn't understand the hype about it because of the low zone and the low press. I think at this price, and speaking of price, here they are if you guys weren't aware, but I think at this price, he's worth a look if you're on a budget. 112K on Xbox, 122K on PlayStation, and 168K on PC. He also can get pick artist for 1 AP. Jeff Okudah, the most feared card, is going to be budget option number 2, 6'1" with 90 speed, way more balance than Champ, 90 man coverage, 89 zone, 89 press. The play rec a little bit low at 85, but I have this card on no money spent. He's performed very, very well for me, and of course, he's going to fit under our budget. 135K on Xbox, 139 on PlayStation, and 128K on PC. I believe he also can get pick artist for 1 AP, and you got a couple opportunities via house rules and the most feared field pass to earn this card for free, or if you want to complete one of those most feared champion sets, this is a really good 90 overall card to put into one of those sets to get back as BND. By far my favorite budget option, and if we strictly factored in ability plus price, this card maybe could even be in my top 5, is going to be AKA Night Train Lane. He's 6'1" with 90 speed, 88 press, 91 zone, 90 man coverage, and again, play rec a little bit low, similar to Okudah here at 85. But, I mean, look at the pricing. I just picked this card up on my main team. I couldn't believe how cheap he was. 120K on Xbox, 126 on PlayStation, and 126K on PC as well. He gets pick artist for 1 AP. I misspoke a moment ago. Jeff Okudah gets deep route KO. So if you're running man coverage, he gets that for 2 AP. But Night Train Lane pick artist for 1 AP, extremely cheap. A great budget option. Now, before we get into our top 5, we got to note that this Deion Sanders card, right, is probably the best. I shouldn't say probably. He is the best cornerback in the game. The problem is here is that not a lot of people have him right now. And also, he is free. So he would rank up there absolutely as number 1 for the simple fact that he's the best on the field and you don't have to spend any coin to get him. So we wanted to mention the card, but we're not going to put him in our top 5. There's also 4 other corners that I'm not going to put in my top 5 strictly because they're under 6 foot. And you can disagree with me if you want, but if you watch all the pro players, the players who are really good at the game, you just can't have cornerbacks that are under 6 foot on your field right now. If you're rocking some of these for theme teams, I totally get it. If you're not really an online player, I totally get it, but you're absolutely putting yourself at a disadvantage if you use these shorter cornerbacks. And we're going to go over some of the better ones. You got Tracy Porter here on your screen, but he's 5'10" or 5'11", 92 speed, 92 man, 88 zone coverage, 88 press. Also, I think for the most part to be elite, you're going to have 90 man and 90 zone right now, and he just does not have that. A card that does have it, but again is under 6 foot, is going to be AKA Revis, Darrell Revis Island here, 91 speed, 91 zone, 91 man coverage, 93 press. another very good card. 87 play rec, just too short. Aeneas Williams, another legend card, though I will say I've heard a lot of good things about this card, and he's another one that gets that tip drill ability for 0 AP, 91 speed, 91 zone, 91 man, 92 press, and 87 play rec. And then the final under 6 foot guy is going to be Ty Law, who also has 91 speed, 91 zone, 90 man coverage, 92 press, and 87 play rec. All of these cards extremely similar to each other, some a little bit more expensive than others, but also all under 6 foot. Let's get into our top 5. Coming in at number 5 is going to be Team Diamond Samari Roll, and I'll tell you, I said it earlier with Night Train, if we factored in price as well, which we kind of do in our top 5, I mean, I would take that Night Train over this card because of such a big price differential, but he is 6 foot even. He gives you 91 speed, 94 zone. If you rock a lot of zone coverage, this is definitely the move here. 85 press is a bit low, but if you're in zone a lot, you don't have to worry about that too much. 89 man coverage, 88 play rec, 92 jumping, and 95 agility. I think agility really goes kind of unnoticed for the most part when it comes to corners, and it's very, very good. As far as the abilities go, he gets deep out zone KO for 2 AP, flat zone for 1 AP. You can get other things like pick artist and acrobat on there. We didn't talk about acrobat. A very good ability, just, 5 AP is way too expensive. There's not many corners that get it at a discounted ability right now. And as far as price goes, I mean, he's just very expensive. $557K on Xbox, $512 on PlayStation, and $448K on PC. At number 4, we have Gridiron Guardians Charles Woodson, who once was probably the best corner in the game, and then we just got a plethora of corners to come out, but I still think he ranks in the top 5, and he's really well priced, so if you want to get a corner, a top tier corner, I think a lot of you can afford this one. 6'1", 91 speed, 88 press, 92 zone, 90 man coverage, 87 play rec, 92 agility. I mean, just super well balanced. He's tall enough, he's fast, and like I said, really, really cheap. As far as abilities go, he's going to get deep out zone KO for 2 AP, flat zone KO for 1 AP. He can get the deep route KO and medium route KO. So again, he can play man and zone. He gives you the pick artist for 2 AP, and pricing $271 on Xbox, $237K on PlayStation, and $247K on PC. I got this card today for my Mutt Squad for about $226K, and of course, with cards like this, look into building the set as well. You might be able to get yourself some additional cards, those 88 overall Gridiron Guardians, if you build out his champion set. Now listen, I already know what you're thinking. Pop, you said don't pick cornerbacks under 6 foot, but yet you got D'Angelo Hall here at number 3 on your list. I mean, this card is just that good. 92 speed, which is tied with the fastest cornerbacks in the game. Yes, he is 5'10", but look what else he gives you here. 92 zone and 92 man. Like that balance right there with that speed, he's going to be a great blitzer if you're running like a spinner scheme and you can, lock him up in man coverage. He's just so versatile. I like the card a lot. He is a bit expensive, and I think options at number 2 and number 1 on our list are going to be better pickups for you. 88 press and 87 play rec, a little bit low, but at the end of the day, I think the speed and the combination of man and zone are really good, and he's going to give you some solid discounted abilities here. Mid zone KO at 1 AP, pick artist at 1 AP. He can get deep route KO at 4 AP. That's a little bit too expensive. Medium route KO at 3 AP, a bit expensive as well. I would probably rock mid zone KO and pick artist both on this for a total of 2 AP. But as I said, pricing is a little bit high. $592K on Xbox, $618 on PlayStation, and $718K on PC. Honestly, I probably could have flip-flopped D'Angelo Hall and Charles Woodson just because of the price difference. At number 2, and I was struggling so hard to not make this card number 1, it's going to be Stephon Gilmore. Now, this is an LTD card. We're going to talk about that in a little more detail when it comes to his pricing. But if you want this card, you're going to probably have to hurry up and do it before it might go up in price. 6'1", 92 speed, 92 press, 91 zone, 92 man, and 90 play rec. The agility a little bit low at 87, but overall this card is very, very good. A lot of you might remember the Season 1 Field Pass card that he had. I think it was an 89 overall. That card made a ton of plays for me. This card is an upgraded version of that, and just, no different. He plays very well. We mentioned earlier, tip drill for 0 AP. He also gets mid-zone KO for 2 AP, pick artist for 1 AP. Me personally, I have medium route KO on him for 2 AP plus the free tip drill, but he gets, all of the really good abilities. Inside shade at 4 AP, not discounted, but he gets all the abilities you would want in a cornerback. And when it comes to pricing, $510K on Xbox, $526 on PlayStation, and $522 on PC. Keep in mind, he is an LTD that quick sells for 350K. If you can get him for still at like around 500K, even 550, it's like a 200,000 coin rental. And in my opinion, for a top cornerback in the game, it's not bad. So if you can find him for 550 and you got the coin to, you know, front that, you certainly can. When he becomes outdated or irrelevant, you'll either be able to sell him and make, you know, a good portion of your coin back. If not, you can always quick sell him for 350K back. And like I said, at that price, it would only cost you about 200K for however long you had him. And at number 1, and I'm sure you guys saw this coming, we got most feared Jalen Ramsey, 6'1" with 92 speed, 90 press, 91 zone, 92 man coverage, play rec at 88, agility at 89. Just overall a very good card. The reason that I picked him above Gilmore is mainly because of the pricing. We did talk about the rental option with Gilmore, but you don't have to front that 500,000+ coins to do that with Ramsey. He gets really good abilities as well at a discount. Pick Artist 1 AP, Deep Route KO, Mid Zone KO, both 2 AP. So if you're a zone scheme or a man scheme, he can get either of some of the best abilities for 2 AP at a discount there. He also gets Inside Shade at 4 AP. Pricing wise, you know, you can probably build out his set for about 450K and get back some solid 90 overalls to fill out the rest of your roster. If not, you might have to have a little bit more patience. I mean, most of the champions from most feared drop under 300K. This one is a little bit over, obviously, at 355K, but that's still a steal for what you're getting on the field. 365K on PlayStation and 346K on PC. And I do want to leave this video with just showing you a quick comparison of Gilmore versus Ramsey. Look how identical these cards are. Ramsey is a little bit better at agility, a little bit more agile. Play rec is a little bit better for Gilmore. They're both 6'1", and then press coverage for Gilmore is going to be +2. But overall, just both really, really good cards and a lot of options to choose from. There's a lot of good corners in the game right now. Hopefully this video helped you out with the abilities and the best ones to pick up. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.